How are we gonna?
Oh,
This is our mic setup.
we've got new mics.
I put my cat on the mic. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's gonna be so loud.
Every single time we've tested these mics, I've done that. Okay, so
And it's like really loud.
hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm Emily.
Welcome to Siblings. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Sorry, we've been gone for a while.
Where is it?
My chair makes noise. If you hear noise, I'm not farting. It's the freaking
I'll cut it out.
chair.
No, she's straight ripping it right
straight ripping it. What the freak?
now. Girl,
Listen to this. I hate this.
be like that sometimes.
Ah. These mics are super sensitive, so we have to hold them like a decent distance away from us. Otherwise, it is way loud. Like that.
Also, this is going to be our first episode with better quality.
You may have noticed.
I looked back recently on the first episode. My hair has grown so much. It's insane.
You look good with long hair. I like your long hair.
bestie. Even though everyone seems to think I'm a woman now.
No.
I keep getting ma'amed.
No.
Ma'am. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. The music. The shady music. That's all our viewers right now. I mean, where have we been?
Where have we been? We want to do something a little bit different for this intro because I feel like we didn't really. I feel like we got really off track really, really fast.
Oh yeah. Okay. So what happened was my mom got really sick. For the past year-ish, this is going to be a little bit of a depressing intro, but it has a happy end, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
For the past year or so, my mom has been having a lot of stomach pain and indigestion that's gotten really bad to the point that she's been in and out of the hospital a lot. It's been really bad. And then last Tuesday, she got the worst she's been. She had to go to the ER again, and then she was admitted for over a week. She goes to the hospital. They do a bunch of tests and exams on her. She has a fucking tumor. They helped her. She had emergency surgery. They removed at least between a third and a half of her large intestine. So she's at home now and she's healing. And for those of you who don't know, my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in 2018. Over 4 years. Wait, no. Shit. 6 years. I keep thinking 2018 was 4 years ago. It's 6 years ago. That's insane. I don't want to think about that. But she's home now. She was in the hospital for so long. I was in there literally every day, and that was rough. I quit my job. But she's home now, and that's what matters. Everything's happy. Well, everything's a lot better. And I'll keep you guys updated on that a little bit. I don't want to go on forever and ever, but that's what's been going on. But we're back, and I'm very happy about it. What have you been up to for the past month and 1 week?
School. School got really crazy. Don't do that. Sorry. School got really crazy. I just had a bunch of assignments. The due dates all kind of coincided in 3 days of just this is due, and then this is due, and then this is due. And then I had an exam, and then a test, and then another test. It was brutal.
You do more in a day than I could do in a week.
I'm so burnt out. I know. I've spent the last 2 weeks just recovering from being burnt out. I worked on some projects that I've been wanting to work on. I made an axe. It's not real. It's made of plastic.
Yeah.
Have I shown it to you?
You made a real axe and you're gonna use it on me.
Yeah. No.
So last Siblings episode, Emily murders Jay. We had to put in those
True crime.
YouTubers who murdered people. Number 1, Emily from last name from Siblings Podcast. They had 20 subscribers on Podcaster.
That's not how that works.
And
we have 8 subscribers on YouTube.
They had 8 subscribers on YouTube. Their fall from fame.
This is the axe that I made.
When Emily last name, I love that.
Yeah,
buried its axe in Jay's neck.
And there's mushrooms and stuff on it, and the glowy colored mushrooms, they glow in the dark.
That is so cute.
I need to get
I get jealous of Emily sometimes. Like the rabbit you made was so cute. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Though the painted rabbits we did, it's still at my house. You can have them today.
yeah. Oh yeah.
The little stripes you did, they were so cute. I'm like, why didn't I think of that?
I wanted to spice him up.
Then mine's just like fucking pink. Like, I just feel like I'm not very creative.
I think you're very creative. I think we just have different ideas and different things that we want to do. I made this axe because I played Dungeons and Dragons, and that's the axe that my character got in Dungeons and Dragons.
That slays.
So like we have different like ideas.
My creativity is like
perspectives.
Those pictures of those monkeys, and like I'll like caption them. That's my creativity. I'll be like his pure gluttonous behavior and all this.
Are those monkeys? I don't understand
I don't
what
think
they
they're
are.
monkeys. I think there's some sort of like relation to monkeys. But they're weird
weird
as shit. I'm just
strange
do an
looking
episode on them. But like one of my friends told me that I should be like, what is it, like an art curator or like like an art commentator or something, whatever they're called. I should be one. They're like, I think you have a future in like art commentary, and I was like, shut the fuck. Okay, I want to talk about the solar eclipse. That's fun, but I'm seeing the word skunk.
No, okay. So what
skunks.
happened was, I went to karaoke with some of my friends.
I feel like that's every episode. You're like, hey, guys, I went to karaoke.
And my friend drove me there, and we left together a little bit early because we were both like exhausted.
Yeah.
So he drove me home. He dropped me off. Chit-chatted. I went inside. I closed my door, and I hear him shouting at me.
Was this? Does his name start with a K?
Yes.
Or okay.
So my neighborhood has skunks in it. Because, like, that's just, like, a thing. Like, there's skunks in my neighborhood.
Too,
like, some places have, like, coyotes.
Ontario.
There's skunks.
We have coyotes, too, Girly Pop.
Yeah, I know. But there's not coyotes that often in my neighborhood. But there's skunks.
Oh, aren't you lucky?
Okay. Jesus.
Okay, tell me best. Sorry.
Point is, there's skunks in my neighborhood. It's not uncommon. You have to watch out for them when you're out late walking the dog.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be best friends with them and or eat them.
He's just like me. Oh, wait, eat them? No. Be best friends?
I don't know.
Yes.
I can't tell because he's like, let me near him. Let me at him. Let me at him. And I can't tell if he's like,
Marty, he probably wants to be best friends with them.
Yeah.
Probably.
But you should see the way Marty goes after like bunnies and birds and like small creatures. He's like, he doesn't make that noise, but he's like bolting for them.
A cat sound.
Anyway, there's skunks in my neighborhood, and so I hear him shouting. I open the door. He's in his car. He's like going the other way. His window's down. He's like, "There's a skunk."
So drive away, or was he happy about the skunk or concerned?
No, he's like, "Get inside. There's a skunk." I was already inside.
He's so
but he was
funny.
Like, "Get inside. There's a skunk. There's a skunk," and he drove away.
One time I was coming home from work and it was like 3 a.m. and there's skunks on my street. And I'm like just standing there waiting for them. They're like little kittens, like little smelly kittens.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for them to like slowly they trot. I'm waiting for them to slowly trot away before I try to cross because I don't want them to spray me. But at the same time, I'm like taking pictures of them from far away and sending them to my family group chat. Like, guys, look at my new kitty. Solar eclipse.
The solar eclipse was 11 days ago on August 8th.
August 8th.
April. Starts with an A. I know what day it is. It was on April 8th, 2024. And I was originally going to go see it at Niagara Falls because that's the best place to see it was at Niagara Falls. But everybody knew that. They declared a state of emergency. Yeah. Like, it was really, really bad. So I was not going there. Instead, I went to Burlington because that's also on the path of totality. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, so there was like her neighbors were all there. Like, getting there was crazy. Like, traffic was so crazy. We were like stalled. It took us like 3 hours when it usually takes like less than an hour.
To get to Burlington, that's crazy.
Yeah, we like left early and we got there like just in time to see it. So like it was already like partially covered. the neighbors were all like looking up to. It was so cool. It was like a really cool like sense of community.
Yeah,
And there were
just
also
extra
like
cute.
yeah, and there was also like there were the people picking up the garbage because it's garbage day. So these two men in a garbage truck. And we were like, oh, like, do you want a pair of glasses? So we had an extra pair of glasses. So we gave them an extra pair of glasses, and the neighbors also had an extra pair. So it's like these like the garbage truck drivers, they just like stopped and like got out. We
I love stuff like that.
joined us and like staring up, like straight up staring at the eclipse, and it was like really really cool because it got like dark and darker and darker. At totality, like it got so dark that the streetlights came on and it got like cold. And Marty was with us and he was like really freaking out.
Baby.
But Leslie, he doesn't know what's going on. It's just gotten really dark and really cold really fast. He's like, what's going on? What's going on? No idea. It was just so cool. It was so cool. And I can't wait to see the next one in 20 years. Yeah.
I kind of love that. Like it's like something like something cosmic, something so much bigger than us, all witnessing it at the same time. It like makes puts us all on the same level. And it makes us feel so insignificant.
I don't see it like as insignificant. I see it as how lucky are we that we just happen to live on the planet. It's just far enough away from the sun.
Yeah.
And our moon is just happens to be exactly the right size and exactly the right distance from the sun that when we look at it from the earth, it fits over it perfectly. Like, how lucky are we that we are like insane. Alive in a time like the moon hasn't moved too far away yet. Like there's like eclipses on like Mars and stuff, but the moon's too small and it's not circular like
I found out like yesterday that the moon is actively moving away from us. I didn't know that.
It's very slowly. It's going to take a long time before it's noticeable.
It moves like a few centimeters a year, but like still that's
eventually there will be no more solar eclipses, but it's
eventually we're probably going to die off way before
probably going to be before
the sun is going to burn up. Yeah. I don't remember what triggered me to remember this, but do you remember BuzzFeed Unsolved?
Of course I do.
And do you like know that they moved to their own YouTube channel, Watcher and all that? So I'm like getting ready to leave, and like I always put on a YouTube video to like listen to in the background. I see they posted a video and it says like goodbye YouTube.
I watched that this morning. Do you know what it's about?
Oh yeah.
Are we gonna talk about it?
Oh, we're gonna talk about it.
Is it on the itinerary or should we talk about it?
It's not on the itinerary. Let's just talk about it.
Let's just talk about it.
What comes
crazy.
You know what I'm
crazy.
I don't remember them saying this in particular, but a lot of YouTubers who have subscriptions say this. A lot of people who or like advertise a product say this, or like something small say this. It's the same price as a cup of coffee. I'm tired of hearing it. How many cups of coffee you think I'm buying in a day?
Yeah,
usually about
100%.
one. And you're also telling me that I should buy this instead of a cup of coffee. But like, if everything is the price of a cup of coffee, how many cups of coffee do you want me to buy? I'm tired of hearing 100%. It. I'm so
Did they say that in the video?
I don't think they said that, but like I'm used to people saying that.
It costs their subscription service costs
$6.99.
Was it $6.99? That was $5.99.
No, it's $6.99. I think, but
that's American dollars.
Oh, okay, that's crazy. That's gonna be like $10.
Costs more than like Netflix.
That's like crazy. I don't think it costs more than that. I think it costs. Netflix costs $6.99 to $22 a month. I think my family has the quote unquote premium one just because you can share it with more people, and therefore we like split it through our family members. Yeah. Yes, maybe that wouldn't be that much money if like that was the only monthly payment anyone needed to make.
Yeah.
But it's like when everything is that much.
Exactly. And they all stack up.
For one YouTube channel?
For what, especially because they don't actually post that much. Like they post consistently, but they only post one show at a time. And if you are not a fan of Shane and Ryan, if you're there for like Steven or if you're there for somebody else. I love Shane and Ryan. I love Puppet History. I watch Puppet History all of the time. I'm an avid Puppet History enjoyer. I don't really watch any of their other shows.
Really?
So I'm not
I always skip Puppet History.
It's my favorite. Bestie. It's my favorite. I love it. I have stickers.
I like stuff that I can fall asleep to, and I find the silly puppet stuff I can't fall asleep to.
That's fair. I find it very engaging. It's fun. Yeah. I like the little songs.
I like things that aren't necessarily engaging. I just like want like background noise for when I play Genshin.
I have never seen a comment section so united.
They got an entire view
So
out of me
united.
because I was reading through every comment.
Like, I watched the entire thing. I watched it on 1.5 speed because I don't have the time for that. It was like, oh, and we wanted to one day make content for everybody and for ourselves and be free from advertising. It's like all very fluffy.
Someone described.
I was like waiting for them to describe what they're actually doing. And it took them like a long time. But every single comment, I scrolled down, I have not seen a single positive comment.
Yeah.
All of them are,
well, some of them
is a
are
bad
positive.
idea.
They're like, oh, I love you guys. I have loved you guys, but I can't afford this.
Yeah,
and this is goodbye.
Yeah, but in that, like, it was not a positive reaction to the change.
Financially themselves.
They're dead. They're dead.
Screwed.
They've screwed themselves. But like,
even if they backtrack, I think they're still screwed.
I think they can recover, but they can't. The subscription service isn't going to work. Like,
if they had that as an addition, or like a Patreon,
but they're like
normal people.
They have a Patreon. Exactly. They have a Patreon and they're going to like take all of their content and paywall it. This content that was free for this entire time and now they're paywalling it. So and then on top of that, like actual business people, like everyone in the comments is so civil, which is weird, but everyone is like, I love you guys, but this is a bad idea. I love you guys, but like I can't afford this. This is too much money on top of everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
And then like actual like people who know business are like, I feel like they have a good fan base. Like because other YouTubers have made subscription services. College Humor became Dropout. I subscribe to Dropout. I pay like $4 a month.
Damn.
It's really good. And I get like so much content. I'm locked in at legacy pricing. So I got it before it went up a little bit. But they warn you in advance when the price is going to go up.
Legacy pricing in general is nice to have.
Yeah. And I'm probably not going to unsubscribe until I'm like bored of all of their content, which is going to take a while because I don't want to like lose out legacy pricing. And they let you know like in advance so that you can like subscribe before it goes up, stuff like that. And they have so much content. They have an incredible wealth of content. They've got dozens of shows. Multiple of them are in production at the same time.
See, that's a lot more that you're getting out of it.
Exactly. Because there's so many different people, so many different influences. It's like there's a streaming service similar to what Watcher is trying to do, but it's called Nebula. I get ads for it. Like sometimes I'm watching like a YouTuber and they like do an ad for it. And it's a bunch of creators, a bunch of YouTubers, and they put like bonus content on Nebula. Yeah. So all of their videos are their ad-free as well as bonus content. And it's not just one creator. It's like dozens of creators on one app with one subscription fee, which is not that high. And I think if Watcher were to do something like that, then that would work. But because it's just one YouTube channel and they only make one show at a time.
Everything's paywalled.
Everything's paywalled.
It's not like, oh, a bonus is paywalled. It's like everything is paywalled.
Yeah, everything is paywalled. And they're going to like take off. It's unclear to me what they're doing with their content that they've already released, but it kind of seems like they're going to paywall that now as well. And it's
the stuff they've already released?
Mm-hmm. It's unclear to me what they're going to do, but I've heard that they're going to put it all on the new app, or they're gonna put it behind a YouTube membership. I'm not sure. It's
That's crazy because I was like, maybe I'll like rewatch some of their old videos and I'll be okay with that, even though this is kind of pissing me off.
They're like, right? Like they're not considering who their core audience is, because their core audience is not adults with like who are in stable financial situations. Their main audience is young people, like young adults who don't usually have that much money, but are happy to support with their engagement and their views and going to the live shows. Like they didn't do any sort of like research, polling their audience, anything like that.
Whoever advised them to do this, if they must hate them.
Oh my god, it's such a stupid idea. Like,
oh my god, I have never seen somebody lose their career so fast.
Yeah, and it's like it's such a spit in the face. Like it's such a betrayal of all of the values. The comment that was like, "This is like the most polite way I've ever been told to go fuck myself." Honestly, yeah, because
they're like, "Oh, like you guys have supported us all this time," and it's like, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Unless you're someone who's like really controversial, you don't have to worry about whether or not you're going to get brand deals.
Literally.
They're not controversial. They're well loved, whatever. Like they have all this stuff.
I think that one day it's going to get to be too much, and one day we're going to need a new platform, and we're all going to jump to a new platform.
Yeah,
And all of the like, there's so much content on YouTube, and it's all just going to be lost one day. And the
is a
idea
scary
that
thought
is
that
so
it'll
scary.
die.
Like
It's been like I know like TikTok has definitely become a competitor, but it's like,
but long form videos.
Yeah,
like people do journalism on YouTube. They do like
such incredible content.
Incredible stuff. I've watched 4-hour video essays on plagiarism.
Oh yeah,
like it's like it's such a wealth of content, and the impermanence of the internet is terrifying. All of this could just be gone forever with no record that it ever existed. And I don't want that to happen to YouTube. I want it to be better. I want YouTube to be good. And like,
yeah, I mean, I think maybe they're just in a stage of figuring things out. Like they go through all these like phases, and hopefully things will end up better on the other side.
Hopefully.
But yeah, that's crazy. I never seen somebody ruin their career so fast.
And I think they could recover, but they have to.
I think there's still people that will pay for it, but
I think if they go through with the subscription service, they're not going to recover.
I don't think they're going to go through with. I think they are going to go through with it. I don't think they're going to backtrack now.
They could. I haven't seen a single positive response. I haven't seen a single person who was like, "Yes, give me this." We'll see. But like, I think if they backtrack, if they like take a hard look and like reconsider what they're doing and like why they're doing it and who their audience is, they take a good hard look at it, and I think they can recover from it because they are smart people.
Yeah. It was just like,
it's a stupid decision. Whoever told them to do it was not. I don't know how it got through like all of them. They all saw that and was like, this is a good idea.
I think that they showed like a level of greed that was like off-putting to people.
Yeah. Oh, that too.
And I think that pulls back how they want to support them, because like you support people you love. I pay for YouTube memberships that I don't even get that much out of just because I want to support the person.
100%, yeah.
And I feel like that's the most important thing. Like people give money to people they love or what they want to support. When you take that away,
it's a betrayal of the values that they portray.
Yeah.
So like people follow them because they believe like that these people have values of like caring for their audience, and just a move like this is them saying, actually no. It's like, no, why have I spent all this time caring about these people if in the end they're just going to show that they don't actually care about their audience in return? Anyway,
we care about you though.
Parasocial.
We're here for you. Specifically
you.
You. We love you. The topics just came flooding in. Like, I am rich in topics. I didn't even put 90% of the topics I have.
We could always like this into 2 episodes.
That's what I was thinking. Like, oh, absolutely.
We'll do a second intro.
1, 2.
We'll find a natural lull in the content and in our conversation, and we'll do the intro again.
Instagram Reels is just a wealth of insanity. I was scrolling through Instagram Reels and I found this guy. His name is Power Plus. The E is a 3. Good. Bend your knee now. Ready to go. All the way up to me. Good. What? Okay, that one's not even that bad.
All the way up at it. Like full extension at the top you can, yeah. There you go. Half.
Look at Yeetie. She's throwing herself. Someone says she's training for surgery.
Change.
That doesn't seem like
X.
That doesn't look right. It doesn't. I'm not a fitness person.
It gets worse. I made it progressively get worse.
Squeeze your toes, big boy.
Okay.
Squeeze
your toes, big boy.
All right. I'm looking at that.
For our audio listeners, this is a video of a person.
Let's view the hidden comments.
Just like little feet, like on his tippy toes, on top of 2 little logs.
Big boy.
2 little, like, I don't know what they're called, but they're little like logs.
Little tubes.
It's like
someone said can't beat the pipes. See, like I know that like certain athletes, like this stuff is like for like football players and other sport players that like need like weird exercises, and they
Mhm.
probably work in some capacity, but it's just so insane.
They don't
It's
seem
so
like
insane.
normal things that you should be doing.
No. Some of them just seem downright. I love this one. This is probably my favorite.
Ready to go? Yeah.
Someone said
He's kicking his legs.
4 set of yabba dabba doos. 3 sets of bro get your dog.
Full kill.
2 sets of
Ready to
but
go?
I want
Yeah, real tight,
Howard.
And work it lower.
3 sets of
Yeah.
tweaking out.
Half, quarter,
3 sets of Yankee doodles.
kill.
Ants in my pants,
Ready
lolly
to go?
gagging.
Yeah.
Get twitchy with these nervous system drills.
It's like, yeah, apparently this like helps them with their reaction speed or whatever. Sure, that's great, but jeez.
So silly looking. These are very silly movements.
It just kills me. This one concerns me.
Twist. Circles. Lats. Fire.
There's no way that's good for your back.
It just looks like they're just throwing themselves. Like ragdolling and like throwing yourself on the machine is what it looks
Oh my
like.
god. Okay, last one. Oh, this one kills me.
All right, Tommy. Yeah. Left side. Up.
It's like a baby
They're, like,
trying to
twitching.
swim. Like it's crazy.
Come back. Yeah, work your feet around.
6 sets of no iPad for a week.
Oh my god.
Neurotypicals discover stimming. That's crazy.
Wait, what was number 4 again? Your feet, big boy. I can't get over that.
Squeeze
your toes, big boy.
That's crazy.
I can't get over. Squeeze your toes, big boy.
Oh.
I found another guy. I'm gonna compile on him because I think he's actually abusing children. Not this guy. I'll make that very clear. Not Power Plus. There's this other guy who's like straight up abusing children. Like he's like kicking them in the. He's like training them, but then he's like kicking them in the stomach. He's like making them like clench their abs, and then he's kicking them in the stomach. Which is like, okay, so here's my dilemma, and you guys can let me know how you feel about this. He is posting this content on Instagram Reels. Is it called Reels? Yeah, Instagram Reels. He's posting this content there. He's posting videos of the kids. They're all obviously underage. They're all kids. And he's like low-key abusing them. Or not even low-key. Like it's just literally
He's
like, why
beating
are
them
you
up.
kicking a child? Why are you beating a child? Beating on a child in any way. So like I feel like uncomfortable because I want to put the clips in when I'm talking about something.
Yeah.
And I want people to know what I'm talking about, but also I'm like, do I feel comfortable
Maybe
putting a
not.
video of children being abused?
I
Not
don't
really.
think so.
So maybe I'll talk about it and just I don't know how I'm gonna do it because I wanna like kind of talk about it and raise awareness about it
I mean, you
because
can do that
nobody
and
seemed
not
to
show
be
it.
nobody seemed to be as disturbed as I was by that, and I was very disturbed.
That's insane. You should
It seemed like kind of like a fat camp situation almost, but like the kids weren't all like overweight or anything, but it's just like something like parents send their kids to. It seemed like training them, trying to toughen them up or whatever, but it's just like really abusive. It's insane.
ridiculous. That's so uncool.
Maybe I'll like just put the handle here so you guys can check it out. If I can find it, I'll put it here, and then I'll try to talk about it again later and find out who the hell this man is because I want him taken down.
Fair.
Like, what do you mean? He's probably making money off the content too because I had a decent amount of views and it's like showing up on my For You pages and stuff, and it's like you're probably making money off of literally abusing children at this point. It was like
That's brutal. Like that's so messed up.
some parents just want to help their kids and they think that they're sending them somewhere, like even if your kid is a little bit of a troublemaker and you're sending them somewhere, or your kid needs to be healthier and get more exercise and you're sending them somewhere, like parents put trust in people to help their kids.
Yeah.
I know that from experience that like they do what they think is best for their child and they end up situations like that, and it pisses me off.
Yeah,
It makes me angry.
that's not cool. Like you're taking advantage of the kids and the parents' trust in you.
Exactly. And then years later, the child's going to be traumatized.
Yeah.
They're going to blame their parents.
Yeah.
There's going to be a bad relationship at home.
Mhm.
And it's going to be your fault.
Literally.
It's got to be all your fault. I see you. See you. I'm watching you. Watching you. Okay, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just funny naturally.
You are.
But I'm not trying to make a joke of the situation.
No.
I'm just pissed off, and I don't know how to be serious, but I'm pissed off. And I feel like this is the most serious episode we've ever.
I mean, we started it with like.
We started with my mother being extremely sick, and then we went to like all the Watcher stuff, and then we went to abuse. Hurting children. Before we get out of topic 2, I'm scared of Jojo Siwa. What do you have that you might want to talk about?
I'll talk to you about Danny really quick.
Danny!
I have a pet snake. His name is Danny.
He's cute.
He's a lesser ball python. I love
Tiny
I love
Danny.
Danny. He's my little guy. He's like 5 feet long.
This little guy, 5 feet long.
Yeah, he's like.
That's a grown man. Can't ball pythons eat things bigger than themselves? Like they eat like deer and shit, don't they?
Not Danny. You need like a really
That's fair.
big python. Generally speaking, the rule of thumb is they can't eat anything that's bigger than their widest part.
But isn't their widest part like that big?
Danny's widest part is this big. So he eats rats
Big
that are
boy.
about this wide, and like his neck is this big, is this wide. So he doesn't unhinge his jaw, but like his jaw is
Like
like
it opens.
split. It
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
wide.
Yeah.
He like chokes down like entire rats that are bigger than his head. No, yeah. So Danny, I love him. He's a cutie patootie. He's eating normally now. I have to feed him soon, but he only has to eat every like couple weeks, pretty much. I watch until he's hungry and then I feed him. But recently he hadn't been eating, so it'd been like a couple of months and he wasn't eating.
Mm.
I finally got him to eat, and then 3 days later he like threw up, which is not something that's supposed to happen. I was really concerned. I booked a vet appointment.
I forgot about all that. I was worried about him.
He's okay. Like, point is, I took him to the vet. I booked a vet appointment. They were free like the next day. They had an appointment time available. So I went to the vet. Here's the thing: I don't have a car or a driver's license,
I couldn't
and
take
the clinic is 1 bus away. I put him in a bag and then I took him on the bus.
Okay, I need to know about the logistics of this.
So
Did
you
you just straight up put a snake in a backpack?
No, you know my overarm bag that I bring to work?
Like the side bag? Was he just in there?
Yeah, I put like a towel with him so that he had a little bit of darkness.
cute.
And I tried really hard to like not
Little
hold him,
snake.
like I was cradling him like in my arms so
Are
that they
snakes
wouldn't think that I
allowed
had
on
a.
the bus?
I don't think so. I tried to hold him like a regular bag because I didn't want people to know that I had a snake in my bag.
You went on public transportation with a ball pipe, a 5 foot long
Both ways.
ball python
So I got to the
in
vet.
a bag, in a tote bag, in your little gay tote bag. They would probably think you have like
It wasn't
a
a
book
tote
and some
bag. It wasn't a
keys.
tote bag. It was like my wide like computer bag. I took him to the vet.
Oh, okay.
They were really nice. Danny's like really friendly. Like he's a
He is. I
sweetheart. He
love
loves
him.
like exploring. So like his behavior was all normal. He just wasn't keeping anything down.
Yeah.
Like a whole thing. They did some tests. So he did that. Went home. They suggested that I try feeding him like some like a smaller rat
Okay.
to see if he could keep that down. Ball pythons are picky eaters.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
You are a predator animal. You are a carnivore and you can't eat a fucking. I love Danny. He's just a little baby. Like all your pets.
All of my
love
pets
you.
are just little babies.
They're
Pathetic creatures.
little
I love
pathetic
them. I
creatures,
love
all
them,
of
but they're
them.
little pathetic creatures.
It's so funny.
I try to feed him a black rat because that's the one that like we order them online at this place. They
Mhm.
usually send us the large rats we usually get are white, and these ones, the smaller size was black. So he like dangled it into his cage and he like poked his little head out and he was like, "Oh, food!" And then he saw it and he went, "Never mind."
He's rat racist.
Yeah, He's a picky eater. It was
We were
the
saying this
wrong
whole
color.
time how much of a sweetheart he is, and he's a
He's
bigot.
not racist. He's just picky.
It's not funny, but it's a little funny.
It's not racist.
Danny's
Why do
racist.
people keep accusing my pets of being racist?
I have so many questions.
My
Keep and pets. So that brings up the concept that more than one of your pets is racist, and more
My
than one
friend-
person has pointed it out.
My friend thinks Marty's a segregationist.
I mean, he looks like an old British man.
Yeah, so my friend was like, "Where was Marty on January 6th?" I was like, "He was negative 6 months old, but okay."
He was at the Capitol riot on January 6th.
He didn't exist yet. Point is,
Danny was there. I saw him. He was around that dude's neck. That one dude that was like dressed in the fur and shit. He was like around his neck.
that's crazy. Anyway, anyway, so, Danny didn't eat. We got a different color rat. We got a white rat from like the pet store, and we fed that to him, and he ate it, and he kept it out, and everything's fine. The vet keeps calling me. The vet called me 3 times. So they called me, and they were like,
You just keep calling me like you're like obsessed with me.
So they called me to tell me the results of like the test. They were
Okay.
like, everything's fine. He doesn't have any parasites, anything like that. He's okay. They asked me like how he was, and they offered because they noticed he had a little bit of bruising on his gums. The doctor thought that maybe he'd like smacked his nose on something. I couldn't think of what it was other than like when he like pounced to grab, because he's a constrictor.
Yeah.
So they like grab all at once. So I was like, maybe he smacked his nose against one of the rocks in his enclosure. And like the doctor, she noticed like some bleeding. So the receptionist, when she was on the phone, she was like, just want to know if you wanted like some like snake painkillers.
High off the snake painkillers.
So it's like
Tripping. Tweaking off the snake.
So they called me again. They were like, hey, just wanted to check in on Danny. Wanted to know if you wanted me, if you changed your mind about that snake morphine.
They were really trying to sell you on.
They were really trying to sell me on that snake morphine. I was like, no, like he hasn't eaten yet. We're gonna try again soon. I don't want the snake morphine. I'll let you know if I change my
It's probably
mind.
expensive.
It was less than $100, but it was still more than I wanted to spend. It was like $60 or something. And I was like, he doesn't need it. It's fine.
Yeah.
I finally got Danny to eat. Everything was well. He kept it down. A couple days later, the vet called
Was
me.
it a black rat? Was it a brown rat? Or was it?
It's a white rat. Jay. He's picky. Okay. It's not racist.
You can't get along.
He's picky eater.
I don't know. I don't mess with that shit. Oh my god!
Maybe
I have
they-
a dryer sheet in my sleeve.
This is so chaotic.
It's all good. You want to sniff?
I don't want to
my dryer
sniff your dryer
sheet? It was
sheet.
just in my
I'm good, but
pit.
I know.
Not armpit, but like elbow pit.
I know what a dryer sheet smells like, but thank you.
I was like, "What? My shirt's a little itchy." this fragranced fucking dryer sheet that's been used and abused is rubbing against my skin.
They called me a 3rd time. They called me 3 times to ask me how Danny was doing, and I was like, "He's fine, thank you. I still don't want snake morphine." They didn't push
a
the snake
50%
morphine.
commission off of snake
I
morphine?
have no idea. But like the 3rd time they called me, they didn't say anything about the snake morphine. They were just like, "How is he doing?" So cut this out. Yeah, and I told them that he was fine, and that's that's the end of the story.
I'm afraid of Jojo Siwa. Well, okay, I haven't seen her music video yet, and I'm on the fence of if we should watch it because it's probably going to make you uncomfortable.
It will make
But
me.
it
I
is-
know what happens in it.
She's also friends with like Colleen Ballinger and James Charles
Yeah.
and Shane Dawson. So. Okay, so this reminded me of DuckTales in the funniest ways. In the funniest way, because remember what's the names of the kids in
Huey,
DuckTales?
Louie, and Dewey.
Exactly. She said she's already named her future kids, and she has a
What's the end goal for you? What's the end route? What's the end picture?
My babies. I cannot wait to have kids. People ask me why I do this, and it's one day I want to have a great little family. I got my 3 kids' names picked out: Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
No way.
Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy.
Yeah.
I got 3 tattoos dedicated to them somewhere on my arm over here. They're like tucked in there. Yeah, got a sperm donor lined up and all. We're ready.
Really?
We just gotta be patient. I got a couple years, but.
So Ricky,
Oh,
Dicky,
please don't have kids.
Ricky, Nikki, Dicky, and Dawn. Remember that show? It was a YouTube show. It was
Freddie,
about
Eddie,
4
and
kids.
Teddy.
Their names were Nikki, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn.
It's like
Same vibe.
I don't think I'll ever have kids, but I also have like ideas in my mind of what I might want to name my kids. Tattooing their name,
Is
especially if it
wild.
has no other meaning. Like it's one thing if it's like has something to do if it's like another family member's name or something, but like just tattooing the name of your future children that you
They
have not
don't
had.
exist yet.
I'm gonna be completely honest, Jojo. Please don't have kids. Maybe she needs therapy.
I think she's had like a very messed up childhood. I think
She was on
needs to
Dance
grow
Moms.
a lot.
She was
more.
on Dance
Yeah.
Moms. She was,
She needs to grow a lot
abused.
more before she should probably. I mean,
Well,
I'm no expert.
She
but,
needs she unironically needs therapy. I'm like, yeah,
She needs
could
to live more
have
life
kids.
and,
One day
like,
she could have a normal life.
have more freedom before she.
Plus, I don't think she has freedom still. I'm
No.
suspicious. She's still friends with Abby Lee Miller.
That is.
Dance Moms. That's like the woman that yells at all the kids.
Oh,
She's like still friends with her. And that's like the woman who literally abused her as a child. Her mom is very iffy, and there was a big controversy not that long ago of her and her mom started this dance group called XOMG, and then they were found out to be like have like abusive tendencies towards and just unethical tendencies
that, yeah.
towards the kids in there, similar to what JoJo herself experienced when she was on Dance Mom. So it's like either you've learned nothing, it has become the norm for you, or you're just literally still being controlled,
Yeah.
or honestly, it feels like it is grooming.
it is.
You're groomed to like believe that this is normal, that this is okay, or whatever. Not that it's still like wrong what she's doing as an adult. It's still wrong. I'm not saying that like she's like an angel or anything, or that she's completely innocent. But I just don't feel like she has. This woman needs help.
Yeah.
But I'm also scared. Like, also the fact that she's friends with all these like known predators is like, girl.
No one has made this dramatic of a change yet. No one has made, in my generation, this extreme.
She's trying so hard not to laugh at her. Are you okay?
It is very scary.
I realized what video it was.
No one has made.
Did you not know that these were all going to be Jojo Siwa videos?
I knew they were going to be Jojo Siwa videos. I didn't think that video. It was that video. I've seen that video. It's nobody's made this extreme of a change before. You kidding me? In my mind, like what she's doing right now with her like transformation thing, she's like, I'm literally so crazy. Like,
I know that
it just feels like a natural thing. Like that's just a thing that kids do. And like being so controlled for so long, I just don't know how much freedom she actually has.
Yeah.
But like it seems like she got a little bit of freedom and she's using it to like explore who she is.
Yeah.
And she's just doing it really publicly and being like, I'm the first to do this, which she's not. So it's like I feel like this is a very human thing to do. It's just the way that
some
she's
people
doing
are
it is,
saying like
weird.
oh she's not young, and I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like what, 2021?
In the last few weeks, the internet has definitely made me feel like I'm a fucking psychopath. But then I realized something. No. I realized something. I am a fucking psychopath. And this is some shit that only I can do.
Free JoJo. Free this girl. Oh my god. Oh, this is just her talking about her kids again.
I read that you named your kids Eddie, Teddy, and Freddie.
Yes.
Where did you get those names from? How did you have those names in your back pocket?
Honestly, so Freddie, I've always wanted to name my baby girl Freddie. And then one day I was just joking around and I was like, oh my God, Freddie, Eddie, and Teddy. Wait, it works. So we got Freddie. Somebody brought up to me like, hey, what if your kids hate their rhyming names? So I was like, valid. I need to make sure they got good middle names. So we have Freddie J, Eddie Anthony, and Teddy Tyler. After my mom, dad, and best friend.
So I read that.
I also think that outfit's really ugly. Like,
I
I'm
know.
so sorry. It's like really ugly.
Because at the same time, it's trying to be like the effortless metal punk situation. Like it's trying to be an aesthetic that's very effortless, but at the same time putting so much goddamn effort. It's so
I also
commercial.
Don't like the thing. It's very. I also don't like the thing that goes like straight. It
Yeah,
just
I
feels
don't
out
like
of
it either.
place.
It looks bad, but it's like not done properly. But the thing is, yeah, it's so commercialized. You can tell it feels like you're being sold a product.
Yeah,
And these, yeah, exactly. And these genres and these subcultures are like about the opposite. They're not about selling products. They're about being genuine and about like, you know, being yourself and separating yourself from those things. And that's probably where people get so uncomfortable with it because it's just so it's so off. Oh, her car, the karma. So ugly. She has like a ton of cars that are all wrapped in her face. It's insane. But the funniest thing,
That's weird. That's really.
it is weird. And she's had that like her whole life. Since she started driving, she's had, when she was younger, she's had like cars wrapped in her face.
I remember hearing that when she first started driving.
Yeah.
It's something about the commodification of your own face.
We have Jojo Siwa's Model X.
It's
I
also
still don't
ugly.
understand how you can wake up and say, yeah, let's get the circus look
The
on
Tesla?
my wheels and put my face all over my Tesla. God, it's just so rough on the eye.
That was another thing about the Watcher thing. They're like, oh, it's affordable for everyone, said by a man who owns a Tesla.
True that.
Oh my God, it looks like someone took a piss on the seats. Today's episode of
With the
Cars
bright
That
yellow
Make
seats
You
inside
Gallop
is
My Eye.
crazy. The next one's my favorite. And I keep having dreams that it's happening to me, and I'll explain it after. I keep dreaming about Jojo Siwa. This is why she's like my sleep paralysis demon.
Jojo Siwa cutting us off on Sunset Boulevard.
Jojo Siwa bullying us over here.
The way she drives across all lanes of traffic in her wrapped car. This is self-report. Cuts across all lanes of traffic. Four lanes.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that.
Especially in a car
like a
that
car
is
with your
wrapped.
face.
It's covered in your face. Like there's no like just being like the random
God.
asshole in traffic and then people finding out that it's you.
Yeah,
It's you.
It's got
She
your
does
face
not care.
plastered over it. That's crazy.
She just must not care at all about other people at all. If she's just like, I am okay with everyone knowing that I drive like this.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I keep having dreams that Jojo Siwa cuts me off in traffic. And one time I had a dream that a raccoon with a bow was driving the Jojo Siwa car. I'm like, what the is going on? I'm like, where's Jojo?
Where's Jojo?
If I'm gonna be cut off in traffic by Jojo Siwa, Jojo Siwa better be driving. I'm kidding. I'd rather see a raccoon in a bow. I love
Of course, driving a car? How's he doing that? How did he reach the pedals?
So what we're gonna do, guys, is we have
so much to talk
we have
about.
we have a lot to talk about, and we have a long time in this, and we have a long time in the studio today, and we also haven't. This attachment shoot. We haven't filmed enough recently, so
we have not. Sorry, guys.
we're gonna spoil you guys. I'm kidding. We're just gonna keep
We're gonna post
rolling, but we're
normally.
gonna split this. We're gonna split it.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Thanks for watching or listening. A lot
Thank
of
you
you
so
are like
much.
listening on podcast apps. I don't know exactly which ones,
We're
but you
doing
are
better on
listening to them.
podcast apps than we are on YouTube.
That's kind of how it goes for the format. Regardless,
Which I actually didn't expect, but
I mean,
I'm just happy people are listening.
yeah, thank you for listening. It's cool that you want to listen to us talk.
Thank you for coming back after all this time.
Thank
and
you
continuing to
for
support us.
coming back. Yes,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching all the way through to the end and listening to us blab about all this stuff for this long.
Yes, of course.
The second half is definitely going to be more unhinged because that kind of is how much I actually prepared. I have a lot more topics, but yeah. Thank you so much. If you're watching this for the first time, it would mean the world to us if you'd subscribe to us.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for listening.
We
leave a like
appreciate
and comment.
everybody subscribing, and if you ever want to unsubscribe, we won't take it personally. We understand
I
that
will.
Jay will take it personally.
You're my best friend.
I won't. Oh, you're right.
You're my best
You're our best
friend.
friend. You're our best
You're
friend.
my best.
You're my best friend.
Bestie, don't go bestie.
We're not. Thanks for watching, listening. Nope.
I can't do it. I was gonna do the jolly thing, but I can't do it. I can't do it.
Thank you for
We love
listening.
you so much.
If you want to check out our socials, our Instagram and TikTok will be in the description, as well as Jay's personal Instagram. Please don't follow me on Instagram if you don't know me personally. If I don't
She
know
will
you,
not accept your follow request.
It's
Don't
not
bother.
personal, but I'm not a public figure on Instagram.
I am though. I'm kidding.
He is. Follow Jay on Instagram. I think that's it.
Rock over London. Wait.
Oh my god. Thanks for listening.
Rock over London. Rock on Chicago. Wheaties. Breakfast of champions.
Oh, that hurt. Sorry.